Yo guys, welcome to my build that I'm planning on doing for the 10-day race that's coming up. I'm planning on running Dominating Blow, DI. I'm trying something different. Usually with these like 1 weekish races, I do something that I don't normally play. I just experiment mainly with them. But anyway, so I'm going to go Dominating Blow. The unique items that I will be using is 2 energy within jewels. They should be good and cheap because CI is not meta. I'm going to use a Witchfire Brew. Doesn't matter what percentage of damage over time it has, you just want the curse. And Rumi's uh, Auction for the extra block because this is almost going to be a max block build as well. I also use Eye of Chayula because being CI, you get stunned a lot, so cannot be stunned is pretty huge for it, especially when you're technically a melee. I'm going to use Incandescent Heart. I hope I said that right. Hard word to pronounce. I think this chest is very good, especially for the build that I'm planning on doing, because I need a lot of red gems in my chest for Dominating Blow, so this has armor ES. The ES is not too bad on it after the nerfs. You can obviously get better with like 400 or 500, but I think a big part of this defense in this is the life leech because I'm going Ghost Reaver. I'll show you my tree in a second. Extra elemental, or gain 15% elemental damage is extra chaos damage. It's not a lot, but it will help a lot with because I'm running Hatred. And the big defensive thing that I think is really underrated, especially as CI, is 25% of elemental damage taken as chaos damage. So that essentially gives you like 5-ish to max res, maybe 5, 6. So I think that's a pretty big thing as well, since elemental damage is pretty crazy at high tier maps. And then the thing I'm gonna get all my damage with is Scourge. It's pretty common. It's usually pretty cheap. Big thing with it is all minion damage also affects you. And then when you hit somebody, so with your Dominating Blow, you gain 70% increased minion damage, which gives you 70% damage and gives your minions 70% damage. So it's a pretty big buff to your minions as well. And then you get the attack damage leached as life. For rares, for a shield, I just quickly plug something in. You're obviously not going to get like... It's a pretty good shield. But ideally, you just want energy shield and resist on your shield. You don't really need anything else. You're not doing spell damage or anything. Helmet, I'm not sure what enchant would be the best, but I picked a Duration. Because the longer your minions are out, the better. But you can go, I think either, like, the 3 would be good. Like, one's your damage and then one's minion damage with Dominating Blow. So, I'm trying Durations. I think it will, having them last like 40 or 50 seconds would be pretty decent, I think, because you get a pretty good army up in that length, like 50 or so. Gloves, I just went ES and resist again. Same with boots, but movement speed on the boots. Rings, I just went... I would probably switch out the strength for dex on at least one of them, because this build's pretty dex starved. Only got 47 dex on the tree right now, and I need 113, so you gotta pick it up somewhere. I just put the same thing. You want roughly that is what I'm looking for. Crystal Belt, you just want defenses, really. Elemental damage with attacks would be alright on this too, but it's not like a huge thing. Most of your damage is coming from minions and stuff like that. It does not affect your minions. I think I went over the Roomies thing, but if not, we use extra block. And then the last 3 flasks, I just went Ruby Flask of Staunching, remove bleeding. Sapphire Flask of Heat, remove freeze and increase duration. And then Topaz Flask, remove shock, increase duration. Don't really need anything too special. And then a jewel, you just want. I never really planned one out, but I would say ES minion damage, pretty generic. Maybe life leech or something. Like a little more leech would be good, because that's going to be a big part of our defense as well. So for my skills, I only plan dominating blow in a 5 link. If I get a 6 link, oh, I guess it is on a 6 link here, but a 5 link, pretty much all I'm going for. If I can get a 6 link, that's fine, but I'm terrible at 6 linking stuff, so it probably won't happen. But I went dominating blow, minion damage, multi strike, melee fizz, melee splash. I would probably switch these two and put melee splash before melee fizz, but it's not that hard to get a 5 link, so these 5 would be pretty good. And then if I ever get a 6 link damage on full life, because the thing with dominating blow is you want the stuff to buff you, but you also want it to buff your minions. And melee splash, I think, is going to be good because the more enemies you hit, the more that you could dominate and cause them to turn to your side. And one thing to note about dominating blow is if you do a rare that has auras and stuff, they keep all that stuff. If you have one with like a haste aura, dominate them, will give your whole group like haste. So it'll be fun. The downside of dominating blow, from what I've been told, does not work in breaches. And stuff like Uberlab and whatnot, since you're going into another room, you're going to lose all your dominated minions. So it might be a good idea to have like an SRS setup for stuff like Azaro or whatever, in case like your minion or your zombies or something die really quick, because your damage itself's not going to be super high. Like I got mine at 17k, which isn't really that high. You just need enough to like help your zombies kill something and then get your army up and then just go. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Summon Spectral Wolf is from the Claw. I think if you socket gems in the Claw, that it will buff your Spectral Wolf. And according to this, it does. So for gems in your Claw, I'm not 100% sure what to put in, but I would put like these 3 probably. Minion damage, multi-strike, melee fizz, or switch multi-strike with melee splash. Whatever, I'm going to be experimenting with that for sure. See if that happens. For auras, hatred, discipline, and then I'm going to use stone golem for defenses. I opted out of using fire golem because it only buffs you and not your minions, so I think it's pretty, like, I do 18.6k DPS. Having 40% increase is not gonna, it might put it up to like 20. I don't think that's really gonna matter too much. Lightning golem would be a good option to give you more attack speed, but I chose stone golem for the defense side. Stone golem's like my favorite golem, and it gives you some ES regen as well. With Zealot's Oath. I've raised zombie ideally in a +2 helmet, but I have it with minion damage, multi-strike, and melee fizz, so they can dumpster single target pretty well. So I think that's good. Specters, I'm planning on using either flame or frost curtains. So I got Ray of Spectre, Spell Echo, GMP, and depending on what curtain I use, it's either going to be Fire Pen or Cold Pen. It all depends because of obviously you want Cold Pen for the cold. And then I'm going to use Bone Offering, Increased Duration, probably faster casting, because this is going to give me a lot of block and help me out defensively as well. So this is going to be a really defensive oriented build, but I'm hoping the damage of the dominated monsters better. And if this build doesn't work, because it's totally experimental, I will be switching to SRS for it. So I know that will work. It's just a small switch. And going for the tree, I decided to go a Witch Necromancer. So for the Ascendant, I went Mistress of Sacrifice. I'll probably go over there first. And then this is a huge buff. get 40% increased damage if you consumed a corpse recently, and minions deal 30% increased damage with your claw. Stuff that affects your minion damage affects your damage as well. And then you just get cast attack speed, extra corpses. I'd probably go here. I'm probably going to go to Commander of Darkness next, because it's going to buff your minions, because I'm probably going to be leveling SRS as this, so I can get the claw. That'll give your minions and stuff some damage, cast speed, attack speed, and whatnot. Then I would go over to Spirit Eater. So cast speed, attack speed. And then I wasn't sure what to do here. I still might take Flesh Binder. I haven't decided yet, but as of right now, I'm just going minion damage and life, minion damage and chaos resistance. So it's just gonna up my damage. I just went pure damage with that, because I think this build's pretty tanky as it is, by the looks of it. But I could possibly do this, because having, I think I have 5 zombies with this build, 4 or 5. 5% physical damage reduction work. We'll see. And for the tree itself, it's probably still going to get tweaked a little bit. But obviously when you level, you want to go as life. So for leveling, I would do something like, you would still come through here, but grab these life nodes. I would probably go up around here and grab these life nodes, and then grab these life nodes, grab these life nodes, probably run down here, grab those life nodes. Like, just grab as many life nodes as you can. You're going to be respecking probably like 15 points, but you get them for your quests, from your quests, so it shouldn't be bad. But for the CI part of the build, I'll try to explain why I chose what I did. So first of all, we're going to come out of here, going into the energy shield, go up here. You're not going to do this in any particular order, but this part I'd probably wait till last. I went and grabbed Essence Surge. I think ES regen rate is pretty good. And quicker start of ES recharges. Wow. Eventually, you obviously want to get CI. And then we're going to go down the Ghost Reaver. And then I'm going to grab these Claw Nodes. These Claw Nodes give you both damage and massive survivability, especially with Soul Raker. It pretty much doubles the life leech on your shield. Like, it goes from 924 to 398, so it almost triples it. But for like a defensive option, that is very good. It'll allow you to kind of face tank in a way with having 75% block and 51% spell block with your Flask Up. So I think that will help for when a hit gets through. Plus, you're going to be blinding enemies and stuff, so it's going to be pretty hard for you to get hit. You just got to remember to keep your buff up. I apologize, I'm getting a little bit of a cold here. So I grab the Heart of Soul, 3 nodes here, and I grab these life nodes, because when you put an energy within Jewel, it converts all of your life passives to energy shield. So these all turn into ES nodes. So that gives quite a bit as well. I think the truck outside. Hopefully you guys don't hear it too much. I decided to get this shield wheel. It's a little more defense. I heard CI got killed pretty bad, but I also heard it's still good. But I took this wheel just to get extra ES from the shield, some spell block. So you get 7% spell block with that. I took the Alchemist wheel to make your flask better. So that's pretty good as well. And then I went and grabbed this CI wheel here. I'm just going to call it a CI wheel, but it should be called an ES wheel. It gives a lot of ES. And then I went up here and grabbed Death Attunement, so your minions get attack and cast speed and stuff that'll buff the crap out of your dominated minions there. I went over and got Zealot's Oath. I utilized life regen with this build as well. I think life regen is a really underrated stat. And for the type of characters I like to play and not being super familiar with CI, as I don't play a lot of CI, I tried to go with as much as I can. Next, I went down here and got a quick recovery wheel. Once again, when you put an energy within here, for all of this to yes. And then I came over and got this yes cluster. For starters, I would only get the top, kind of get this bottom part when you in the later levels. And then I got minion wheel, just cause more damage. I never really got any of this stuff. Extra life. Leech, I kind of got to help my minions survive. I wish that affected me, but I don't think it does because the weapon says for damage multipliers, like any like additions or restrictions to minion damage will also affect you. So if that was minion damage leeched as life, which would have been awesome, then that would I would definitely grab that. I never got these minion wheels. I didn't think it was worth the points. Get 2 extra zombies and 10% increased damage when I could use those points and get all of this, like massive defenses and still pretty much double my damage to get like the ball rolling. So I felt losing 2 zombies and 10% damage better. So I went and grabbed 1 skill duration wheel. I was trying to figure out how to get over here, but there was no like efficient pathing for it that would allow me to get over there, so I decided not to. And now there's a train coming. So now, so I went down here. I put a jewel socket here. So like I said, just ES, minion damage, or fill some holes in your character. I pretty much leave that open. I'd probably put Dex on a jewel, stuff like that. And then I went and got Resolute Technique. I don't know if this is going to be 100% worth it, but I decided to get it anyway. I think it's pretty good. Since you don't really care about critting, you just want to be able to kill a couple things to get your minions to kill a couple things, and then you just got to make sure you tag everything before the minions kill them. And then I went and got a bunch of life regen up here, because like I said, I enjoy life regen. If you need Dex, get a Dex node there, a 30 Dex node, a 30 Dex node here. I'm probably going to be using one of them. I was originally planning on using Mom for this build, but it doesn't work as CI. Because it's 30% damage taken from mana before life, not 30% damage that's taken from mana before energy shield. So you only have 1 life, so you're going to die no matter what, so that's pretty useless. And that's pretty much what I got for what I'm planning on playing. I will have a gameplay video near the end of the event if you guys want to see it. But for over here, I'll just kind of quickly go through here, and I'm planning on getting level 90 with this build. I want to get into all the draws. I'm just hoping to have fun with it. That's the whole point of this build, is to have fun. It's not going to be anything like, I can kill a Shaper in like 5 seconds, because this is definitely not going to be a Shaper build. Unless I use SRS. But anyway... So my damage my damage is 17,045, but that's not including the 70% that I get from my claw when I hit something. So that'll probably go up to like 22, maybe 21, somewhere around there. So it's gonna go up a bit. And then I poison enemies, but I don't care about poison damage because I don't have anything to buff it, so it's not really any good. This part might be a little I never realized how high my mana cost will be, but that's also in a 6 link. If you take out the if I take that out, it goes down to 83. It's still a lot of mana, so I might be swapping out one of these flasks for a mana flask as well. Don't hate, but I do get a little bit of mana leech as well, so maybe that will stay in as well. 0.8 mana, so that'll help me. For a bandit reward, I am not even sure. I totally forgot about it, to be honest. I would either go Well, Illyria would be nice for the mana regen, but and the resist. I don't think Krat's any good. Attack, cast speed, movement speed would be the only good thing, but it's not really. Life regen from here. Oak is definitely a. I'm probably gonna go Oak for the more regen. So yeah, we'll probably. How much does that put me? 554. So this gives me quite a bit. Quite a bit of. I don't know why that went down to 630. It was at 900. It gives me quite a bit of regen. So as long as I'm hitting something, I'm gonna be, according to this, getting 1100 ES a second, which is good. I'll probably go Oak. And then for the bandits, so I would say either Oak or passive points. Doesn't really matter in my opinion. Passive points, you could get a little farther in the tree. Or Oak gives nice defensive. Why am I damage down so much? Anyway, even my damage less. Oh, that's why. So without that gem in, it'll be my damage will only be 11k. So it'll be kind of. But I'm hoping my zombies, my specters, and everything will help. That. So yeah. So total mana. Kind of low in my opinion, but we'll figure it out. Like I said, this is still in development. I just want to give you guys ideas. Get 15% of my mana unreserved. My mana regen's 42. My mana leech 40, so hopefully that'll keep everything going. Energy shield seems low for the amount of ES that I have, but I think I'll be able to make do with that with all my block and all my minions, whatnot. ES regen 554. My leech rate is 955 because of that gem, so I took that. Be realistic. Take that out. So my my life leech will be 630, and my regen will be 550, which is good. That might go up or down as I like more stuff. So still 1100 regen a second, as long as I'm hitting. That's like filling my ES up every like 5.5 seconds or whatever. I got fade chance 9%. It's not bad. Well, every little bit helps. My block chance is 75. My spell block chance is 51. That's with my flask on and my a bone offering. So your minions will be pretty tanky as well, but who cares about them? You can just resummon them. And this is what I got planned for resist. Obviously, when I was making my gear, it's like 2 items would have 40%. Or they would have 2 resists at 40%, I mean. Which is not ideal, but that's kind of like how I plan. Because I'm just like, I could probably, even if you get 3 at like 25 resists or something, it's pretty much going to mean the same thing. So I figure 80 resists on each piece of gear. So that is the build that I'm planning on playing for the 10-day race coming up on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there's no gameplay, but I will be doing a video when I hit level 90 of my gameplay, just to see how the character turned out if you guys are interested. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. I also stream on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/JimandJammer. Thanks for watching and have a good one.